So we're on our way to the Airbnb with my boy Tommy. We're on the way to Airbnb with my boy Tommy, Jordan, Spencer, and I can't remember. I think one other person was with us. Must have been one of like Tommy's friends or something. And we drove past this. We're on the highway on Lakeshore Drive coming down through Chicago. And we drove past this set and we were laughing. We were saying, like, what if that was one of the spots? Because it was just so insane. And that was the last spot. So that really like puts that into perspective how insane Nick threw down on that. We didn't even think that we like made a joke about it. And then we showed up there and everybody was like, no one's doing this. What's up? It's Ian Johnson talking to your boy Alan.
This is Alan. That's Ian. And we're here to talk about what the fuck Ian's doing because it's pretty fucking sick. What's going on?
I think the real emphasis is that we have more time to focus on the clothing. And that's been something that like, you know, since we have only our minds and like our eyes on that, it's different, dude, because now we're going to be, you know, real serious about what we're going to be putting out because it's, you know, honestly, it's gotten to the point where within the industry too, people need to start like pushing each other to do better. It's always been like that, but specifically within clothing, I think it's okay that we can start working on that now that we got all the products done real well.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Are there any plans to extend into any other items outside of just like soft goods?
Yeah, we're working on some stuff right now in terms of like accessories.
Okay.
Not like we're not making a tool. I don't want people to think that we're making a tool. The only
tools.
Person who should make a tool is Tom
K.
K, who has a sick. Tom K has a sick tool design. If he listens to this, tools? I hope he makes it someday, or maybe Tilt will make it. It's sick, but no, we're gonna be doing some accessories. I think that it's also time for to like just like experiment within the fashion and part of scootering.
Definitely. When can the next drop be expected for this whole thing?
Man, honestly, I was talking to Christian today. We're just been blown away by the awesome response that people have been giving us. It's really really going to drive us to continue to work hard at this because I'll just say it this way: people should be expecting some new stuff real soon here. I mean, probably like I would say that we had a little spring drop here. I would definitely be expecting some stuff like in May.
Ooh, okay. I fucks with it.
Yeah, I mean, right now too, we're all down for if you have any questions or if anybody has anything that they think would be cool for Sky High, if they want to collaborate, feel free to just hit us up on our website.
So is this drop already?
And ask us something. You can just submit your work there too if you want to.
They have a chance to get their art thrown up on some Sky High designs?
I mean, dude, whatever. That's the thing right now. I mean, I'm trying to work with anyone within the industry who has a passion for doing this because we need more people involved in this side of it, the artistic side.
That's
working,
really
in a bigger community. I think we're getting real close. When I hear people like Tyler Wieland getting back involved in the design of stuff and actually working like within the industry internally to make things happen. I can't really get too much into what's happening right now just because I don't want to drop any bombs or just it's his time to talk. So maybe if you want to do an interview with him or something soon, that would probably be a smart idea.
Tyler, come here.
Yeah, Tyler, where you at? Hit me up.
Where you at? Hit both of us up. I'm trying to call you. So why scootering, dog? At the end of the day, like, you skated for hella days. Why the fuck did you just end up here?
I don't know. I think that's a question a lot of people ask themselves when they're riding scooters at the skate park or riding scooters in the streets. I mean, it's like something to me though, like where the reason why I love it is, it's definitely important to me, like riding and stuff. I love riding, but I would say also the community of it and where that's at with the types of people that I've met within this community are the people who I want to affiliate myself with and grow, That's really what it comes down to.
I feel it, dude. I fuck with.
Yeah, because I've been, especially right now, been really exploring different communities. So I think that, being able to work back within this like industry and stuff like that and bring some of the other things that I'm stoked on to scootering. That's where the next move is at.
Dude, I'm like so stoked on the ability to just like really grow and work with you as a brand, you know what I mean? And like, despite how cheesy the intro of this fucking thing will come out to be, it's pretty sick to be able to work with such like a next level and progressive individual.
For sure. So I think that what are your thoughts like on what we're doing right now, like from an outsider? Because Christian and I have been working hard on this for a long time. So
I feel like, first of all, you should drop a couple XXL things.
All right, I'll hit you with that for sure. I was actually talking with you about that. No, wasn't I talking about you with just doing a whole line of XXL?
Yeah.
A couple,
I'm just fucking with you, dog.
Couple of shirts, only XXL. Place an order like 50 XXL shirts.
Yeah, dog. Dude, I'm so down for it. I cannot wait. I need the G suit like t-shirt. I'm trying to wear a dress with pants on. You feel?
I'll hit up Brandon James. I'll be like, yo, what's up, man?
Yeah, dude. There's a whole wave of us out there. But what was I gonna say? So who's like a major aspect of your brand right now? Who you kind of like? Do you have any co-pilot? Are you doing this alone? What's going on?
Yeah, I think that like a lot of people within the Midwest like know, and I think like across like the scooter community know, but Christian is equally like a part and like owner of Sky High as well as myself. He's working on an interview right now with Kong. I think it's going to be just like available on SR. And I would say that Christian obviously is the most important asset. I mean, we're like everything that we're working on together is equal parts. I mean, from the website to like, filing for our EIN, getting everything like registered, like in the state of Michigan. You know, a lot of people don't realize like how much of a change we had to go through just on paper from when we moved out of the brick and mortar location. And Christian made all that happen. So, I mean, if anybody knows Christian too, like he's good at that. Like if he can like set tasks and do them, that's why he's been so successful at Tilt, you know?
Yeah, it's great having someone like that to work with.
For sure. And I think that like, if anybody's out there too, and they're listening to this, don't be afraid to get another person involved in your project who's equally as passionate about it. You know, I know everybody wants to have like sense of ownership and stuff like that. And like, oh yeah, I'm in total control of like the creative and like whatever, the social media. Honestly, if you want to do social media, maybe make that your thing and you can be the social media guy, and you might be able to have somebody else do, the design or do the blog, which is way different than social media. If anybody out there has actually written copy, when you got to sit down and write like a piece about someone or put together an interview like this, there needs to be more than one person involved. And I think that, understanding that from the beginning and getting more people involved in positions where they're able to have an impact in whatever you're trying to do, whether it's a brand or a website or a video, and they're more able to have an expertise like impact. That's important because you can't do everything by yourself.
Definitely. Yeah.
Every good person's got like they gotta have like a person to work with on a project. Otherwise, it's just not gonna be getting done in a way that's gonna be effective because no one's gonna be able to hold each other accountable. You feel me?
Yeah, dude. It's always great to be able to work with someone on par of the vision that you're seeing.
Oh yeah, totally. And I think that again, if people are out there, don't be afraid to like ask someone a tough question. Be like, yo, do you want to get involved in on this like right now? Because I'm trying to make this happen. But if we spent more time within the industry, like doing and like instead of like talking about like certain projects we want to work on, the only people who are really like holding like people back within the industry are people in the industry. We got to follow through on what we're trying to do and what we're trying to put out there.
Yeah.
I'm saying like what's good, like what do you think about like where we're trying to move this direction in?
I totally support where you're going with this. Outset, Sky High, Tilt, you know what I mean? The core, outside of the core rider-owned businesses, I don't see any innovation.
But I mean, I would also have to say that the reason why those people are having success is because they're like savvy, like they know what's going on. They're not blind, like just they don't make decisions just on like a whim. Like these people are all so calculated in their decisions. It's like everybody's like, oh yeah, proto deck took so long, blah blah blah. Okay, Andrew could have waited another 6 months to a year for that, seriously, and it still would have came out and he would have sold through the roof. That deck sold so much, it's insane. And people are like, yo, price tag, blah, blah, blah. But that just shows you
already won.
When you have like a vision for that and you like actually take your time and you're patient and you know what you're doing, you'll be effective no matter what.
I'm young, you know what I mean? And I feel like there are a lot of other people that could be really improving and helping the sport grow more than they already do. Like,
yeah,
you can
and I think what it comes down to
is
start a realizing. Yeah, I think anyone who's out there right now who's listening to this, if you want to start like a business and get involved in the scooter community that way, do it, because we need more like solid companies to continue growing this community in different ways. You know, we can grow it laterally with, you know, parts and stuff like that, but to grow it in different directions, we're going to need to keep up with the game. I mean, everybody's talking about shoes. I don't know who's going to make the next step. I really fuck with Vex, but I haven't seen anything out from them in a while.
Vex is dead.
I know. I'm not really sure what's good with the McKean shoe, because I would have loved to see that.
I never even like seen them come out the ground aside from like a month.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I think that they have a really good group of people behind that. I mean, anytime you get Isaac and McKean on like a group, shout outs to Reese Duzema actually was.
Yo, shouts out to Reese, dog. Fuck.
Shouts out to Reese. Reese was supposed to be on Vex. I think he's working on something for them, but he needs to get his ass out and film.
Shouts out to Hell Grip.
Have Tony go film him, or K Spliffin.
Yo, fucking Anthony Chiappini. How do you say his name? Fly.
Tony?
Tony Anthony? What's his name?
Yeah, dude, I keep forgetting
He's
you've
fly.
never been to the Midwest.
I've never been there. He looks good as fuck. Shouts out to him.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, here's the deal. Like, Midwest, like, scene is real sick. And it's established. It's been around for so long. West Coast, real sick. East Coast, you guys are crazy. You guys are insane on the East Coast. East Coast is sick. Shout outs to everybody on the East Coast. Shout outs majorly to John Cottle for going hard. I mean, Jay Cott,
yo, respect.
Shout outs to Clutch.
Yo, all really good.
Dude,
I will review the videos.
You know Trevor?
Yeah, or I don't know. He's been to the Bay once, but I wasn't out riding with him when he did come.
I've only been to California 2 times to scooter. Went out with Sky High last year in 2016, and then the year before I went with Tilt.
Did you come to Cali?
And both those times.
Oh yeah, you were you are only down in SoCal for like the El Nino footage, right?
Yeah, man, that was a crazy trip. We just like went out there with the whole like idea that we were only gonna film like a crazy park video out there because we had so many people, and it was just like insane. It was so much fun. We were at some street too, I would have to say. Reese got some really good clips. I don't know if those will ever see the light. Hopefully for a river part or a Vex part that he's supposed to have coming out. Reese, I'm calling you out. What's up?
Oh, what? Reese, come over here. Get some footage.
Nah, he'll get it. Yeah, Shorty was just out there. I mean, I gotta get back soon for sure.
Yeah, I gotta go to Shy. Those Shy jams look lit, dog. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, right now, Tommy is
what you're doing with like your fit at last year's jam, prime.
What's
prime?
Up?
Your fit for last year's jam, prime.
Yeah, dude. That's just a time for everybody to go dummy.
Dummy on that fit gang.
Honestly, yeah. Regardless, dummy on the fit game, dummy on anything. It's a Shy street jam. I mean, it's a good time. Everybody loves it. But Tommy's planning it this year, and I think we're gonna help him. And we're also looking for some other people in Chicago to step up. Richard Hark, I'm calling you out.
Yo, Richard's the man, dog. That fool just showed up in Cali and was just like, "What's up? I came to Cali."
Oh, so you know Rich?
Yeah, I saw Rich. I met Richard. Yeah, he just came. I just go to this like random comp after I broke my leg a couple weeks back, and it's just Richard there. I was like, "The fuck are you? What's up, dog? What are you doing over here?" And he's like, "It was cold, and I wanted to go somewhere warm, and now I'm here."
Yeah, Richard's crazy. He's been all over the place. Yo, if anybody's listening to this now and they're like thinking about starting a business within the scooter community, feel free to hit me up, or I would say reach out to one of your like local scooter riders who has experience in it, like Jordan or Tommy, Christian Dean. I want to make a big shout out to Christian Dean right now. If anybody has any questions about running a business, they should reach out to him. He's really intelligent when it comes to that. Also talk to Shorty, but we need more businesses in the community, and that's how we're gonna continue to grow it. So I respect everything you're trying to do with Blunt Pate. It's super sick.
Who do you think's putting out the best videos right now?
Who's putting out the best videos right now?
Yeah.
Probably totally two different things. I think for like street riding, in terms of what I would consider just like contemporary street riding videos, I think Tilt.
Okay.
Hands down. I mean, the video that their Toronto video is incredible.
Yes.
It's so good. But I think that also in terms of like single parts, Proto.
Yeah.
I mean, they're killing it right now. They've got stuff just coming out left and right. But I think that in terms of media, yeah, videos, I think there's a lot of people doing well. I'd like to see some people making some more full lengths. I think that's important. I like what Heligrip's doing with that, even if they're just trip videos. So, and hopefully that inspires some people out there listening to go take some trip videos too, make some, I don't know, some montages and some full lengths.
What do you think is like the main barrier from people displaying or at least showcasing their lifestyle through different media sources, and what's like the main way you can really fix that?
Yeah, I mean, I would say my big advice to anyone out there and where I feel about that is don't be afraid to take time to think about what you put out there, even if it's, you know, something dumb or something you find on, like for me, I like on my personal Instagram, a lot of those photos are photos I find on the internet. I mean, obviously everybody knows that, but I don't just find a photo on the internet and say, oh, hey, this is cool. I usually most times will search for an image that I want to put on my Instagram specifically. So, I mean, I think take some more time in terms of thinking about what you're putting out there, whether it's a video. That's why I'm really not about the vlogging thing very much.
Who's your favorite vlogger?
Honestly, I don't really watch vlogs.
Oof.
I mean, like, honestly, the Jacked Out thing is pretty crazy with the beef. So I watched a few of his vlogs just to like figure out what's going on. I've watched some of Tommy D's vlogs, but like, I'm not really a big vlogger guy. I'm actually, here's the deal. I'm not a vlogger guy.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a good question though. Thanks, man. I think that what Tommy was doing with vlogging when he was satirizing it was real cool with the VX. When he was taking a satirical approach to it, I really liked that.
I know how impractical that is, and just how it just doesn't work money wise, but a vlog in VX is probably the greatest thing you could ever have ever done.
Yeah. For real. Shout outs to Tommy for doing that. But I think the real purpose of it, from my understanding, was to like make fun of vlogging. And then Tommy just like kind of got into vlogging. And I think some of the stuff that he's done on his vlogs pretty cool. But I think that actually maybe I may just be understanding this or looking into it too much, but I think that he kind of got into it more as like a satirical thing, that he was making vlogs on his VX. And I don't know, Tommy, if you're out there and you are being serious about vlogging on your VX every day, you're insane, but that's just not what I thought.
Do you feel like there's a significant difference between your old line from Sky High and your new line?
Absolutely. It's another good question. Thanks for that. I think that, again, just in terms of what we're thinking about and what we're taking inspiration from is completely different. And I would say that I've spent a lot of time hanging out with people. I got these really good buddies. Shout outs to Zach and Taylor, if you're listening. They run a company called Spruce it's in Milwaukee right now. They got a pop-up. But they're from Fish Creek, which is real close to me. And so I've been able to learn a ton about the fashion industry through them. And I think that, you know, through that and working with them and like understanding the way that they work with some of these larger brands, just within the fashion industry has been really important in terms of the Sky High's new direction. Whereas before we were just like putting a logo on a shirt. Now we have like an actual concept behind what we're trying to do.
Those logos were fire though.
True. And they're going to make like an impact, you know. I mean, I think that they're going to be used in some of the upcoming projects, but just not in the same way.
Oh yeah,
You
I'm
know,
looking forward to that.
It's not good enough anymore to just put a logo on the shirt when there's so much competition out there for what people are spending their money on. That's why people are buying Supreme instead of Proto t-shirts.
Was there any theme behind your most recent drop?
Yeah, totally. I mean, we were trying to pay homage to some of the original stuff we had, and that was, you know, a calculated approach. We saved some stuff over from Sky High last year because we knew when we were going to revamp and reboot that we were going to want to sell some of that. So the grip tape and the stickers, that was stuff that we had actually saved for a real long time to make happen. So we were trying to pay homage to, you know, the old Sky High image, but additionally we were trying to push things in a new direction, specifically around some of the art themes that we're going to be using in the future. So trying to pay homage to the old Sky High, but also not being afraid to try some new stuff. That cherry blossom tee was something that we talked about for a long time before we came out with that, and that was kind of a touch of Mark Williams, which we've already previously, you know, used that sort of imagery before.
If all goes well, where do you see Sky High in the future from here? Or how would you like to see us?
Yeah, that's, I mean, I think that where I see us making the most significant impact is, you know, I could care less if we sell the most t-shirts. I don't want to sell the most t-shirts or the most wristbands or most stickers. So if anybody thinks that we're out there for that reason, we're not. Right now, we're in a position where we're trying to continue to push the market in a different direction, and one that takes the clothing a lot more serious. You know, I mean, look at how much success companies like Dime and, like, you know, Bianca Chandon or you know, like Palace. I mean, they're Bronze. I mean, these are all just like household names, and they're nothing more than, you know, a couple of smart, intelligent people getting together and being like, yo, I want to create a clothing line, or I want to create a, you know, a number of videos and sell, you know, hardware. It's like, you know, we need more of that within the industry right now. So I think that that's where I see Sky High going, is having an impact in terms of bringing, you know, more clothing companies to the scooter industry, hopefully. The skateboarding impact on scootering is much alike the skateboarding impact on everything that you see when you walk down the street. I mean, it's everywhere. Skateboarding has had not just a large impact on scootering, but skateboarding's had a massive impact on the way that people dress on a day-to-day basis. You know, it's a huge part of everyone when they're growing up and they're involved in this action sport industry, whether you're snowboarding, you're scootering, I mean, even, you know, like BMX, which, you know, they've obviously got their own thing going on, but they still take a lot of stuff from the skateboard industry too. It's just, you know, the skateboard culture obviously is the skateboard, you know, first place, and that's where that they're going through these creations for what their products they're trying to come out with and the apparel and stuff. Yeah. But I guess what I'm trying to say is the way that rubs off on other industries is almost, you know, unavoidable. It's ubiquitous. It's everywhere. Skateboarding is incredible, and I think that to try to be like against skaters or to not acknowledge that they're having a large effect on the way that people live their life would be incorrect. I mean, specifically within fashion, it's wild. So I guess I can really answer it from that perspective.
Do you think we'll ever reach a place where we can make an impact in the fashion industry?
Yeah, I think that I think the fact that we are already interacting with these brands and we're within these niches, we already are, and we just don't realize it. You know, even through social media, I get in touch with so many people via social media, in terms of like talking with people about brands and talking with people about clothes, and a lot of that came from first, like, me being involved within scootering. You know, that would have never happened. So I think that you know, to answer your question, yeah, I already think it's making an impact. People just don't realize it, because the fact that people out there are gonna, you know, listen to this and they're gonna nod their head to what I'm saying, and they're gonna understand and hear some of the brands that I'm talking about. You know, like Illegal Civilization. I think that they're doing real cool stuff, and people just even knowing about these brands and interacting with people who are involved in the fashion industry, you know, even if they don't realize it, it's already making a small difference, at least. For sure. There's no way around it.
Would you change anything about the current image that Scootering produces? Or do you
I would say I wish there was
yourself?
things that I could change about the previous image that Scootering produced.
The past?
Yeah, I mean, but we, you know, where we're at right now, I think we're growing and we've definitely got a ways to go, but I think it's awesome. But I also think some of the things that we've done in the past have dug us a pretty deep hole in terms of just what's good, you know? I mean, I don't have to talk anymore about it. You understand that.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty hard to dig yourself back up when you're 6 feet under.
Yeah, that honestly, that's true. And there's still people out there who continue digging that hole deeper, like big brands right now. But they're involved in a totally different market segment. You know, like anyone out there, I'm not trying to offend anybody that rides for sacrifice at all, but you guys are in a totally different space than me, market demographic wise. So like, see, that's like a perfect example. I don't even let them, like, I don't really associate with them. So I don't really let them decide what the current image of Scootering is going to be. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah. And I mean, there's other brands like that too. I don't really want to like hate on people. That's definitely not what I came on here to do. But also, I mean, so I think I wish I could change some things about the past. Yeah. But I think in terms of the image right now, if you align your brand with like other companies that are doing similar things and going after the same type of, you know, market, like I'm not competing with Sacrifice.
Right.
You know, like the Sky High drop didn't come out and I was like, man, you know, I really want to get this dope Sky High shirt, but
I also want to get
shit,
the AK-115.
I really want to get this Sacrifice AK-115.
I need it.
Complete. You know, I mean, I don't know. You feel me?
I need it, dog. Quit talking shit.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, I mean, I think that the image is in a good place right now, and I think that it's going to continue to grow for sure. You're out in, are you in SoundCloud rapper land? Is that just like for some reason everybody from Chicago thinks that right now?
How do you feel about that adjective?
Like,
is it good? Is
SoundCloud rapper land? I mean, yo, shout outs to anybody out there making music. Major respect to you, but I think some of the stuff that's been going on with the SoundCloud rapper scene is like so funny.
Yo,
it's so
some
good,
shit
though,
is
dude.
Pretty whack, dog.
What's up?
Some shit is pretty whack, yeah.
Yeah, but, I mean, I'm definitely not going to talk about
yo,
like
Tanner
any,
Fox
like,
is
names
on
or anything in
Tanner Fox.
specific.
I'm name dropping that. You're number 1 on SoundCloud right now. I don't know what the fuck you're doing, dog.
Is that for real?
But that's real, yeah.
Tanner Fox is number 1 on SoundCloud.
Lil Fox.
Is that for real?
He's getting the shout out right now. Yo, if you can do that, you got props for me. But yeah, dude,
honestly, real quick though, are you being 100% straight with me?
I'm being straight, dog. If you go on there right now, I'm pretty sure it's his track.
All right, so we don't need to say anything else about SoundCloud rappers after
it's over.
After that's been determined.
I'm just dropping all my songs on Facebook.
I was like just talking to you know, I was just talking to Badger the other day, and he's a cool kid. You met him before?
Yeah, he was there when I like fucked myself up.
Yeah, let's talk about Badger for a little bit.
Yo,
Shouts to Badger, honestly.
Shouts out to my mans. He did a fucked up trick in front of my face where I died.
What's up? What did he do?
I can't say it. It's big. It's one of those tricks. It was fire.
Is it for his video?
It's for his video, yeah.
Yeah, Badger, I've seen your video and you sent it to me, and you got to come out with that, man. It's really good. Like, he's got some crazy East Coast footage in there. You've seen that, right?
I haven't seen all his footage.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yo, so I mean, I don't have to say any more about it, but as soon as Badger comes out this video, guys, you're gonna be real stoked.
I'm stoked. Like, everything Badger's done for being a cool homie, having a sick sense of style that people can relate to, and just being out there in the community is so
Badger's
sick.
got a great style. I know a number of people who their favorite rider is either Ryan or Reese. badger or dog zebra.
Yo, they're killing the game, dog.
Yeah, yo, shout outs one time, real shout outs to Reese and the TC crew. If you guys are listening to this, you guys are sick, and everything you guys have been doing up there. Shout outs to Bayfront Scooters.
Yo, shouts out to the Midwest homies.
Yeah, it's
let
real
me
sick.
come over sometime and
Yeah,
sleep in your
dude,
house.
you'll make it happen for sure.
Like last year at the street jam, you were standing there, microphone in hand, mouth agape, with the beanie on. What kind of beanie was that?
Yo, that's a honestly, if you guys want to know, I can't tell you. No, I feel like I could tell you, but I
Dude,
don't want to tell you
I'm pretty sure I
because
know, like,
it's
what
a
the beanie we're
sample.
talking-
Like we might be making it, and I don't want everybody going to cop it. Yeah.
Oh, what? All right, I'm hyped on that. That's sick.
I mean, sorry, like I would totally just be like, yo, it's whatever, but I mean, it's the one we're probably going to be using pretty soon here. So
Hey, shouts out to how was that, dog?
it's sick, dude. I mean, in terms of Chicago Street Jam, I'm not really sure why I was wearing a beanie. If you were at the Street Jam this year, it was outrageously hot. But the jam this year is going to be awesome, man. I think that we're going to be getting back to a vibe that's more about the riding and less about just being like, yo, it's the fucking Chicago Street Jam, what up? And then just being like, holy shit, there's like a dad here.
Yeah, not cool.
Because I feel like
I feel like
the jam has gotten awesome, and people are probably seeing this in like street jams across the country. But I think that if we want to get serious about it and coming out with like really solid content and stuff too, and having a lot more fun, we need to aim some of what we're trying to do to a little bit of an older crowd.
Shouts out to the sus scooter dads at the street jams.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Absolutely. Yo, yeah, I mean, I would say that if you're cool, honestly, if there's any dads out there listening to this, I guess if you're cool, you can come and, So who do you like usually ride with in the Bay Area?
Yo, I fuck with the Concrete Crew and Hella Grip hard. Those my homies. Those my boys.
Nice.
So we got like Parker Jones, we got Anton, we got Patrick, we got Danila, we got David, we got Trevor, we got, dude, we got Jake, we got Hag, we got Addy, we got Tubi. I'm gonna just keep going on, man.
Dude, you could. What do you think about the Concrete full length?
I feel like everyone has everyone in the crew has their own specific feelings about the DVD.
Of course. Everybody always does.
And I feel like no matter what though, everyone has the same aspect of positivity surrounding the DVD and how hard everyone did work on it. At the end of the day, those like the premiere, did you come out like you weren't?
No, I wasn't there. I couldn't go. But yo, I mean that was the realest answer.
Yeah,
that was sick actually.
Made it all worth it. That DVD was an amazing experience to be a part of.
Those tilt photo books, awesome. If anybody can ever get their hands on one of those, go do it right now.
Some good.
Yeah, it's real good. Shout outs to Dylan Casson and for like building photography like scene, and also shout outs to David Coe. Real good guy. Stayed with me in Chicago. Yo, David, if you listen to this, thanks for being so chill when you stayed with me in Chicago.
David's my boy. Hey, me and David know what's up. Up. Fuck with the whole crew.
Yeah, David was also always like a real humble when I like chilled with him. He's a good guy. I would say that, yeah, I saw a ton. I mean, it was just crazy like this year at the Street Jam, how many people we had from all across, the country.
Yo, dog, what's to be expected at the next year's Chicago Street Jam, dog?
Yeah, I think the next Shy Street Jam is, it's going to be sick. I think that people are going to be real hyped on it like they are every year. I've already spoken a little bit about where I think the direction of it is going to go. And I think that we're also looking to continue on some of the ideas that we had for it last year, but actually put them into motion. We had talked previously about, I don't want to get too much into the details of it, but about doing a performance type aspect of it, involving a musician, within the scooter community, who's in like a band. So trying to make it a little more a little more of an event and things to do after the street jam too. I really liked when Tilt did that video premiere. That was really sick. There's been talks about doing an art gallery where we rent a space and people put up, certain pieces that they're working on, or if they're trying to retail clothes out of it. It'd probably just be a mixed use, like kind of culture space for the day. I mean, there's tons of ideas flying around about it right now. Anybody who is interested in helping plan it, feel free to hit myself or Tommy D or Christian up. Are you going to come out?
Me? We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm currently under the fucking injury category right now, so we'll see
Oh,
about
for
that.
sure. Yeah.
I don't even know if
For
I can
sure.
fly in planes. I got metal in me, but you know, I'm flying private. It'd be cool.
Yo, first class.
All
If
day.
anyone's listening to this,
First
fly with
class
Alan and you're
or
going
no
first class.
First class or no class. You're flying United otherwise.
On United. Yeah, dude, that's so funny. But I want to say thank you to everybody out there in the community who's like continue to support Sky High, even though we were like faced with adversity and stuff. I'm really stoked to show you what Christian and I have been working hard on. And if you want to become a part of it and have any like concepts or ideas or content that you want to put towards it, hit me up.